What's up, everybody? Welcome to the hottest new show on LitTube. This is Mike on the Mic. With me today, I have Gerald and I have Henry. We're going to be talking about Fast Lane, reviewing Fast Lane. Guys, what'd you think of the pay-per-view?
Fast Lane recap, probably one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in quite a few years.
Absolutely.
Hands down. And I am terrified that it may actually be slightly more entertaining and better than WrestleMania.
That's the fear.
That's
I
the
must
fear.
admit, I am fearful of that shit happening. Just of how great Fastlane was, and with a long line of just some really disappointing pay-per-views. Fastlane just was like, holy crap. But I just hope that WrestleMania tops it.
If they can build off it, that's awesome, though.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Right now, Fastlane has definitely stuck the nail in the ground as to what we should expect WrestleMania to be, and what a way to kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it spilled over into Raw too. I mean, Drew McIntyre.
Holy shit!
Crap! Like, dude,
those two Claymore kicks. Holy
I
shit!
felt those. That last one to Dean Ambrose while he was in that like stairwell or that stair railing. I was like, I felt that shit in my soul.
I did too.
I felt that.
Damn.
It wasn't as bad as Roman Reigns hit. He hit the Claymore first on Roman Reigns, and then he waited for him to get up and hit him with another Claymore. That Claymore, when he hit him, and then his face went splat against that ring post. Holy crap!
Welcome back, Roman.
Welcome back, Roman. God damn it!
It's a hell of a way to welcome him back, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, well, let's talk about the event, Mike.
So let's check out the match card. We're going to start with the. I'm going to start in the order the matches went.
There you go.
Just for the hell of it. New Day taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev.
Well, this was a heck of a match. They had a backstage promo with Kofi Kingston, and of course Kofi Kingston got called to the back to meet with Vince McMahon. New Day wished him well, of course, and they went out to their match to face Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Heck of a match. Really, really good match. I thought it was a really solid match. Xavier Woods is phenomenal, so is Big E. You also got Shinsuke Nakamura, King of Strong Style. Rusev, impressive. It's good. It's impossible not to have a good match.
Yeah, really. You had a lot of good names in that match, and it's something else I've noticed in the WWE, and I was happy to see him on a pay-per-view. Finally, Shinsuke Nakamura. He's been absent from TV for as long, like he hasn't been there as much as he had been in the early part of last year. So
absolutely,
it was good that he got a good match in.
Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble last time. So he headlined WrestleMania. It just sucked that they stuck him with the U.S. Championship, and then he was not on TV for God knows how many weeks.
Yeah.
And now he's stuck in a tag team match with like a whole new rendition of the Nation of Nations or some shit.
The United States. United States of Nakamura.
United States of Nakamura. Knock America.
United States of Knock America.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but it's a great dynamic.
Pretty crazy the stuff these guys come up with. Their little catchphrases.
Sometimes they get something right.
All right, next up, SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Usos taking on the best tag team in the world, Shane and The Miz.
Well, they're no longer a tag team anymore, are they? Thanks a lot, Shane. That was...
How you going to beat that man up in front of his father?
Right in front of his dad.
How petty is that shit?
And then you had the nerve to wrap your hands around his dad's face, like
you just snapped.
and then he put him inside a hold, like...
Yeah.
Choked him out using his legs and shit.
Damn.
My God. damn it, man. Anyway, I saw this coming a while from a mile away. Everybody was anticipating this turn. We saw it from the very beginning. Miz wanted to have this great tag team match. They were co-besties, co-best in the world. Here they go, tag teams. They become a tag team. They beat the who did they beat? They beat the Bar.
The Bar, yeah.
God damn it, they beat the Bar. They became tag team champions, and then their first title defense. Shit.
Brain farts.
They just lost it to the Usos, and now here's the rematch here at Fast Lane, and they lose it now.
They lost again.
They lost again.
Yep, the Usos retained.
This was a great high octane match.
It really was.
When the Usos are in, a lot of their matches are like that. They're great in the ring, and usually they help elevate whoever's wrestling with them. I've rarely seen them have a bad match, and for as big as they are, they're very athletic.
Very.
They're not small guys. These aren't like 205 Live guys. These are big dudes. These are Rikishi's sons we're talking about.
Well, we know where his ass cheeks were. But either way, there was a great spot in this match. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was this one point where one of the Usos is in the corner. Shane is perched up on the
coast to coast, yeah.
It's ready for the coast to coast.
Yeah.
Here's the other Uso with Miz is on the ground, and he's ready to hit a frog splash. It was like a Mexican standoff. It's like they saw each other and they were like, "You really gonna do it? Are you really gonna do it?" He's like, "Screw it." Usos come down. Shane hits the coast to coast. Boom! Mid-air. Bang!
That's incredible. That was crazy.
Great spot. Awesome match.
But I think, honestly, going forward, and, like I said, we're going to have another WrestleMania special, but The Miz and Shane McMahon in a match, that's best for business. That is going to be a hell of a match.
Great match.
It might be Shane's last match, because how much does that man have left? He's old. He's
He'll be about to be 49 years old.
Jeez.
For 49 years old, this is a man that jumped off the frickin'
a Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell match, and damn it, survived.
Yep.
Survived. So I think this is going to be a good match.
It's going to be a great match.
You got Miz, who's going to be, of course, fighting for his father's honor, and then now you have the new version of Mr. McMahon, the new millennial Mr. McMahon. So you got these two that's going to battle it out at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be brutal, and it's going to be awesome. Awesome.
All right. Guys, we're going to go back and revisit New Day for a minute. As we saw in the pay-per-view, Kofi got called to the back in Mr. McMahon's office. Walks in. Pretty much demands to be put in to make it a triple threat match that him, KO, and Daniel Bryan. Vince McMahon says, all right, this is going to be a triple threat match.
Oh, yeah?
Come to find out, Mr. McMahon had other plans.
You want to comment on this?
I honestly, let's just take the wrestling storyline. Get away from the storyline. I think honestly, it's in front of you. You're setting up probably for a hell of a WrestleMania match.
Yep.
Eventually, Kofi's going to get a shot. Now, all these hurdles he had to deal with, that's bullshit. I mean, it's been bad. I mean, you take the guy out of a Fast Lane match. But again, when you think about it, again, from outside of the wrestling world, just from the outside looking in, it's setting him up for something really, really great, and I can't wait.
Well, this is if you've been watching wrestling for a while and you know how Vince McMahon gets down when he is Mr. McMahon, especially when he's against a babyface. Like let's even go back to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's go back to Bret the Hitman Hart. The Montreal Screwjob. Just the hell that he would put these guys through in order to before they even got to a certain. To the certain payoff. He would put them through the ringer. He did the same thing to The Rock. I think it's nowadays. This is the modern babyface. This is the match that everybody wants. It came as a surprise, and I think that Vince wanted to be part of it because he's like, okay, everybody's behind Kofi. So let's go ahead and Let me go ahead and be Mr. McMahon and be the brick wall that he cannot penetrate. And I'm just going to put a whole bunch of stuff in front of him, and I'm going to fuck him up before his big break.
Pretty much. So Kofi found himself in a handicap match against the Bar.
Yeah, well, the Bar is the Bar. Bar is the Bar. You got two of the... God damn it, all of us got to do it at the same time. Yeah, we are the Bar. The Bar is the Bar. You got Sheamus. You got the King of Swing. They are built for destruction, and obviously Kofi got fed to the wolves, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's all to build up. It's all to build the overall story. So
it's a hell of a story, and it's got me interested. Like I said, WrestleMania is only not even 4 weeks away now, and. Wow, I can't believe that's awesome.
I can't wait for it.
I
can't wait to see how this pays off for Kofi. Yeah.
So, I mean, if anybody deserves it more,
Definitely.
10, 11 years in the company, this is, I personally think it's his time. I didn't know it was his time until it came to clear. It's like, wow, he's been in the company this long. He's been grinding. Let's give him something.
He hasn't held a world championship.
No.
I think he's held the Intercontinental Championship, the U.S. Championship, all the Tag Team Championships. He's never held a World Championship.
And if he does that, that'll make him a Grand Slam champion.
Yes, it would.
It would.
It would.
And that's not something that happens crazy often enough, though. I think each member of the Shield's a Grand Slam champion.
Grand Slam, yeah.
It's just kind of crazy.
That's nuts.
It's it doesn't happen too often, but the fact that all three of them are okay.
Yeah, but it's Kofi's time.
Yeah, it's
Kofi's time.
So what we have next?
All right. Next, we got the Raw Tag Team Championships Triple Threat. You got the champions, the Revival. You got the glorious tag team of Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. And you got my dudes from NXT, the Dutch Destroyer, Aleister Black, and the one and only Ricochet.
Yep. And those boys, man. I mean, bringing those NXT guys up. I mean, every time they bring someone up from NXT, it's really exciting. But I think this latest crop might be some of the best since the Shield.
Definitely. My hope is that they don't run them into the ground.
And that's what scares me. It's like, are you gonna break him out of this tag team business? Because Aleister Black is good on his own.
Yes.
He's a solitary character, very similar to me. Almost like a more athletic Undertaker, honestly.
Definitely.
A hyper-athletic Undertaker, that same kind of tone, and he has crazy athleticism. I mean, wow. Not enough to be said. And then Ricochet. I mean, of course.
What can you say?
I mean, there's not much to say except for the fact that the announcers say it like every 5 seconds. Ricochet. If there's a drinking game while watching wrestling and you had to take a shot every time they said Ricochet, you would be blackout drunk. Because they say it at least 15 times a goddamn match.
They do.
Whoa.
They do. Look, the guy can move.
He can
move. The guy can move, and you got Aleister Black, who is a phenomenal striker. He is with his feet what Undertaker is with his hands.
But don't sell his hands short.
Well, yeah, but
yes, Undertaker could bring the hands, and Aleister Black will kick the shit out of you in a second.
Yeah. Well, these are just NXT guys, but the thing is that a lot of people are not seeing here is that all of these tag teams that were in this match were former NXT guys.
Yeah.
You had you had Bobby Roode, you had Chad Gable, you had Ricochet, Aleister Black, and then you have the Revival. All of these guys made their mark in NXT. So now here we go. We get to see what's brewing down there in Florida. What Triple H got going on down there. What's the big old buzz? You got the top guys there that he brought in. In my opinion, it was like, okay, to save Raw and SmackDown's ratings, but that's neither here or there. You had a very good spot-filled match. I'm talking about some real athletic, some crazy slams, some crazy high-flying spots. There was this one part where Ricochet just flew over the ring post. Who the fuck does that shit? And then Chad Gable tags him midway, like midair, just like.
That was some acrobatic stuff.
Acrobatic shit.
You see Ricochet hitting that, what they call it, the 630.
I don't.
How does the body move like that?
No, I think it's actual like stop still where like they probably just like cut it and then they take a figure action figure of Ricochet and then somebody just does like, okay, let's see how many times I can make it spin.
Because it's incredible, like that much body control in the air. That is something I don't think I've ever seen in wrestling, honestly.
Well, Ricochet is definitely the guy to watch in terms of flight. The guy got it. He's got it. I think this was a really good match. The Revival won at the end. Yeah. But the Revival's pretty good. They're technical guys. They remind me of Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko. Yeah. You're like radicals.
Legends, man. Yeah, man.
Legends. That type of wrestling, that type of technical wrestling, jeez. But they
that's why they call themselves the Revival. They're trying to revive something that was missing from wrestling. That's a lot of that tag team technical wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, again, I don't think I expected Aleister Black and Ricochet to win, but I am glad that it didn't make them look weak. Because that's something that you see a lot. They'll bring up NXT guys and they'll get these matches where, unfortunately, they get caught in these situations where they start to look weak. Look at Shinsuke, for example. He had probably some of the highest momentum coming up from NXT, and look at where he's at now.
And you got a
mid-card.
Yeah, king of the mid-card. Finn Balor even. Injuries plagued him, I think, in my mind, but still a similar situation. And we're going to get to Finn Balor, actually.
Yeah, we are.
No, wait, that actually happened on Raw.
He did not have a match on
Raw. Oh, he did not.
It was on Raw, but...
that is an excellent point.
WWE has a way of burying young talent.
So, what
moving on. Fatal 4 match, U.S. Championship. You got the champ, Samoa Joe. You got Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and R-Truth.
The fact that R-Truth held the U.S. Championship is awesome. It was great. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, R-Truth's not one of those guys, I swear to God, he's been around since the 90s as K-Quick. Remember that day?
Oh, damn, K-Quick. But look, hey, he went from dancing K-Quick to dancing R-Truth. Look, R-Truth is there's no doubt he's a great performer. It was about time that he held one of the
big belts. Yeah.
One of the big belts. So got to hold the U.S. Championship, but Samoa Joe
had to get serious.
There's a lethal force known as Samoa Joe, who just holy crap.
Yeah.
Who looks great with that U.S. title on his shoulder, and he went into this match as champion against R-Truth, against a legend in the making in Andre, and the legend. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah,
Rey Mysterio. This was a great match. Fast Lane, as we're reading this down, has just been solid matches.
Yeah.
Back after back, just back to back, and. This one did not disappoint.
Not at all. I was very satisfied with this match, and like I said, SmackDown has a lot of talent. I think one thing for certain, and you're reading these matches, SmackDown has so much talent. I mean, it's just insane. Like, I'm so glad Samoa Joe finally got to get a belt, because I felt like I was starting to get in a point where it's like, why are we disrespecting this guy? This guy's one of the better wrestlers, and I mean, as big as he is, the boy can move.
Yes,
you know, and that's there's something to be said about that. He's a submission like master. You know, he'll choke you out in a split second.
If you ever go back, if you ever want to see how badass Samoa Joe is,
go back to TNA.
Go back to TNA. But if you want to see something just as recent, watch his match against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
holy shit,
they were going at it.
He put Brock Lesnar through the goddamn ringer.
He did.
Yes, he did.
I thought after that match, it was like, man, he's going to get another shot. And
never materialized.
Never did.
But in this match, so he went into the match as the United States champion. This match was definitely showed everybody's strength. You had on the back and forth between Andrade and Rey Mysterio, which has been going on for weeks, but we can't get enough of this shit. It's fucking awesome. All right? And now you got R-Truth that plays his position. He's a great wrestler.
He plays his part.
But he plays his part. And then you got Samoa Joe that's just bulldozing through everybody. He picked his spots. He fucked up everybody. He took the chance to It's like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay, I'm gonna fuck you up, and I'm gonna go ahead and mess you up, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick you. I'm gonna heel kick you. Awesome, great match.
It was
great match.
All right, next up, this is a match I was looking forward to. The first official defense of the newly won women's tag team belts. Sasha and Bayley taking on the team of Nia Jax and her cousin Tamina.
You go ahead and go on this.
Tamina and Nia Jax scare me. Like, Nia Jax fights men.
They are not
like,
small.
She will go in the I'm not even talking about it. Like, she will go in the ring and try to fight a man. Like, if you come at her, you have to fight her like a man. There's no other way. Randy Orton dropping her was probably the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. But, that being said, you have a woman that's not afraid to fight men. I don't know if she tapped into her inner China, but she was there for the moment. And I'm not going to lie. I don't think this is the last you're going to see of these two in the tag team title picture, especially because the picture isn't that big and there aren't a lot of teams materialized yet. But, the Sasha Banks and Becky, not Becky, wow. Sasha Banks and Bayley, I know, right?
The other baby.
They came out victorious, and I thought it was good because I think at WrestleMania, probably something big's going to happen. I think there might be a title change there, honestly. Just to spread the belt around. There's going to be definitely a bigger feud coming. Or it could be a rematch of this. Either way, Tamina and Nia Jax scare me. Yep, because they fight men.
What's your take on it?
On the women's tag belts?
Yeah.
Well, look, man, I've been excited about it since they first announced it back on the Christmas episode of Raw.
Yeah.
And just to see, not just that happening, but the evolution of the women. They're on the map like never before.
Yeah.
In the wrestling world. And these women, they worked so hard for this. And I was really happy to see Sasha and Bayley come out with the titles in the Elimination Chamber. And these belts, man, they're going to go a long way. These women got a lot of talent. And the sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. You have a Becky. I'm sorry. Ooh, I want to talk about her too, don't I? But you have Bayley and you have Sasha.
That is coming up.
Who better to be the inaugural women's tag team champions than those two? They are taking these championships, and this is one of the first times that in a long time where you have tag teams that are tag team champions that are moving from Raw, going to SmackDown, even going down to NXT to be like, look, we are the tag team champions. We're here to kick ass. We'll take all comers. Then of course now you got Tamina and Nia Jax. Now Nia Jax,
she fights men.
Hey girl, how you doing? I like Nia Jax. I'm not gonna lie. I like Nia Jax. I like the fact that she is stepping up and she's just being this. She just wants to be this big presence. And then you got the sidekick Tamina. I'm sorry, Tamina.
Tamina always looks like she's surprised though. Like anytime she's really like, why do you look surprised all the time? Is it like it's like she's in a 24-hour surprise birthday party?
She is surprised and confused at the same time.
There's a surprise and confused, like, oh, I have a match tonight? Oh, no wonder my music hit and I'm coming down the ring. What? Why do you look this way?
See, here's the thing. She's a woman of a few words, but when she gets in a ring and is putting it down, she's damn intense. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah. Look, Jimmy Snook. She got Jimmy Snooker running through her veins.
Yes, she does.
So, this match was. But the thing about this match, it was a tad disappointing. I must say, because you got the dynamics of Sasha Banks and Bayley with two bigger women, not in size, of course. You got the dynamic in size, and it was a little. It was like they were trying to find their rhythm in the match.
Yeah.
But they pulled it off. But if we were to go to the end, of course, they retained their championships. But it was the spot with Beth Phoenix outside.
Yeah. That caught me off guard that Beth Phoenix was back first and foremost.
I thought she was retired.
I thought she had one of those injuries like Edge had,
Yes.
Where she couldn't wrestle again.
Yes.
And now she's taking serious bumps from Nia Jax. Like, what?
And I'm like,
like,
okay.
are you okay?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, you're a Hall of Famer. You're a certified Hall of Famer. You're doing commentary for whatever reason. They bring you back. They brought back Christian in the pre-show. Shit.
Yeah.
Then she starts fighting. She starts throwing down with Tamina, and then she takes a bump. It takes a couple bumps.
It was a nasty bump.
Nasty bump. But now we're looking at her possibly being a tag team with Natalya.
And I remember when they were in wrestling, and it's one of the things where women tag team titles always made sense to me. And this is even back before the Women's Revolution that they did in WWE. But I always thought Natalya and Beth Phoenix were like a solid team. I think if they were wrestling now, it would have been them with the titles.
Definitely.
And now we're seeing that it could be one day with them as the title.
Well, maybe Beth Phoenix wanted one last run.
I think so.
Hey, what a great way to have a last run.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it holds. I mean,
can Edge come back as her manager?
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
Because we know he can't wrestle,
just to hear you think you know me, and then just to see him come out and just like.
The Rated R Superstar.
Rated R Superstar. Just to hear, what is his name? Chimmel? When he does the Rated R Superstar. Like, just to hear him say that shit again. But, hey, the women's division is just running shit. They have they have the main event at WrestleMania.
And let's stay on women, actually. We could skip a match. We had Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch, actually. It's their second to last match, but staying on the topic of women wrestling, Becky Lynch fighting for her dream to go to WrestleMania, and I'm like thinking, what the hell? She's on one leg. How the hell is she going to win? I don't know what's going to happen at WrestleMania at all.
I will wait until I have my take on it, but you guys go ahead.
My thing is, and I was expecting the whole time, like, for her to throw down the crutches and literally just start running and walking as if she never had an injury. That caught me off guard that she didn't, which makes me really question what the hell's going to happen at WrestleMania now that after the disqualification that she won by DQ, she will be in that triple threat match. Now,
thanks to who?
Thanks to Ronda Rousey. Now, let me talk about this for a second, because I have a problem with this, and this has happened before, where the winner of the Royal Rumble somehow finds themselves in a triple threat match. I'm not a fan of that. I don't, like, me personally, it's like, okay, Charlotte lost. Becky Lynch, of course, like, she came out there last minute, and she whooped ass. She came out there with looked like she had a broken freaking knee.
Yeah. But
she went out there, whooped ass, got her shot. And that should be it. I don't know why Charlotte has been thrusted into the picture. I would have been totally 100% satisfied with Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch, just them alone. But I'm wondering if it's one of those things where maybe Becky's meant to go over, but not pin Ronda. I don't know.
You know what? I never thought about that. But
because it's like Brock Lesnar. Ronda Rousey is to the women's division what Brock Lesnar is to the men's division, except for Ronda Rousey's on TV every freaking week busting her ass. But she has that same presence of a former legitimate UFC fighter, who has the strength, the athleticism, the training to virtually throw any of these people around in a split second.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they're worried that if Becky Lynch pinned Ronda, would it hurt her brand?
Okay. I think that's probably that.
It has to.
It's
in
probably,
my opinion, yeah.
I think that it's probably a general concern, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that Ronda Rousey after WrestleMania is going to go on sabbatical. She wants to have a family. She wants to have a child. Mm-hmm. And, hey, kudos to her. I don't think a lot of people, I think this is kind of something different. Remember when Brock, that last match between Brock and Goldberg, when they knew that they were going to be leaving and everybody's booing them out of this. Mm-hmm. This is different. I think everybody,
way different.
I think everybody's like, okay, we like Ronda. We see that Ronda actually took this seriously. That she wanted to be a wrestler. She wanted to really learn the craft and get it down pat. Now, her character says different right now, but I think that they don't want her, especially if she's going to come back in a year's time or 2 years. They don't want to diminish the badass, the rowdy Ronda Rousey aura. They don't want to mess that up, so of course they go ahead and thrust Charlotte Flair in there.
And it also creates a long-term feud for Becky Lynch if she does win.
Yeah, and I really wish that they did not put Charlotte Flair in here.
Yeah.
I really wish that they just kept it between Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch, because you have Ronda, who is larger than life, and you have the upstart that everybody's behind, who is trailblazing WWE right now, who is the top person in WWE.
Yeah.
The man, Becky Lynch, that are going to go head to head. This is going to be the main event for WrestleMania.
That's crazy. I don't think there's never been a women's match as a main event in WrestleMania history. So
This is the time to do it.
this is it, man. This is crazy.
Either way, I think it's going to be great, even with the addition of Charlotte Flair. So, hey, I think that they're going to put on a heck of a match. Badass Ronda Rousey. I love badass Ronda Rousey. I love Twitter Ronda Rousey. She is phenomenal.
Yep.
So, it makes for a great match. So, yeah.
All right. WWE Championship match. The new Daniel Bryan. This is the triple threat that we thought we were going to get earlier with Kofi added to it. Turns out, again, McMahon had other plans. So, turned out to be Daniel Bryan, KO, and a returning Mustafa Ali.
Okay.
Great match.
Honestly, this was a good match. I think this is a really good match. And it could I honestly, at least watching it, so I could go any way. Either way, like, I mean, Mustafa Ali put on a great show. Kevin Owens looked like he hasn't skipped a beat. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to be said about this because it was a legitimately good match, and Daniel Bryan came out on top.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Of course, everybody booed Mustafa Ali because everybody wanted Kofi.
Yeah.
But Mustafa Ali, being a professional wrestler that he is, being a very good professional wrestler that he is, came out there knowing that and still put on a goddamn good show. Some of the greatest spots, some really, really good spots in this match. It was a great, solid triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
He's another one of those high flyers to watch, too.
Oh, yes. Yes, he is. He came up
Serious
for
skills
205
in
Live. 205 Live, he was just killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I look forward. What I can say about this match, of course, Daniel Bryan retained. We knew that. We knew that's going to happen. Daniel Bryan is going to hold his championship all the way to WrestleMania. The question is now, how is this all going to play out? KO was phenomenal. So was Mustafa Ali. But we want Kofi Kingston. So how is WWE going to put this match together? And my hope is that it's just a one-on-one match between Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, I don't want to see another triple threat, man.
I don't.
Or fatal four-way. Just one-on-one, have the two of them go at it. I think that's how it should have been from the beginning. Let's let that happen and see what happens,
Let's see what happens. Well, it's too early to tell. Let's see exactly what happens. While we're recording, SmackDown is pretty much wrapping up right now. So, who's to say what's going to happen with this match? So, all in all, great match at Fast Lane. Let's see what's in store for WrestleMania.
Yep. Now, on to the main event.
On to the main event, and probably the best match of the night, fellas.
By far.
See, Roman Reigns is one of his first matches back, if not his first match back. The Shield back together, and seemingly stronger than ever. They put on one hell of a match against Baron Corbin, the almighty Bobby Lashley. That's it. That's what it is. It's a goofy nickname, but Leo Rush makes it work.
Yeah, I guess.
And the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. And I gotta say, I am loving how they're using Drew McIntyre this time around. He did not get a fair shake the first time he was in WWE. They stuck him with in a three-man band with
three-man band
with Heath Slater
and
the modern day
Maharaja.
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. Don't hinder Jinder.
He's actually gotten a lot. He's a lot better too. I think since
Another one of the guys that went and came back, but
But we digress. Back to this match, fellas.
This match was emotionally charged because you had the real life leukemia that Roman Reigns was dealing with. Basically months of him being absent, fighting this disease, and his Shield brothers feuding and then going their separate ways. And here he is. He's back. He's in remission. Great news. Everybody's happy. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that the man just even had the gall to fight. And he fought and he won and he's back. Nobody can be mad at that.
No.
And to be back with hey guys, let's bring the band back together.
I mean, one last motherfucking time, as Seth Rollins said. Oh my God, I was like, this is awesome.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, this was crazy, man. Like, it was a crazy match. I mean, of course, Dean Ambrose not signing his contract. I mean, I still think his contract dispute is up in the air. I mean, no matter how many times Michael Cole said, this is the final time. Well, who knows? It's going to be. But I think it was awesome having them all back together in a match that, I mean, Roman looked like he had not missed a step. He's a lean. Obviously, you battle cancer, you lose a lot of weight. But he looks good.
He looks very good.
He looks healthy. He's out there. I mean, he was flying around. He looked happy, and I think that was something I noticed, him looking happy in the ring. I feel like, when he was back before he got sick, it was like this, moodiness, not going through the motions, but you definitely didn't see that small face. He was happy. Everybody was happy, and it was just great.
I know with Roman Reigns, up until the time that he made his announcement that he had leukemia, this is a Roman Reigns that has been put through the ringer with Brock Lesnar, who has been trying to take the Universal Championship. And here he is. He finally gets it, and then finds out that his leukemia is back.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it was tough. It was a tough thing to hear. It was a tough thing for everybody to ingest. But he had to go and fight his battle, and goddamn it, he came back and was here to kick ass. This match was classic Shield.
That it was.
From the entrance, from the rafters, holy shit! This was just all Shield. From them jumping on the classic beatdown where they were just beating up everybody to the sides of the ring, measuring their prey. Jesus, man! And then you had the different spots where action in the ring, action out in the middle of the stands. Dean Ambrose is just being the lunatic fringe, kicking ass. I think it was pretty awesome. It was a great match.
Yeah,
great match.
And I think if it is the final send-off for the Shield, I can say I was happy with the result. I think, and again, we know where Seth Rollins is going at WrestleMania. No idea what's going to happen with Dean. Where's Roman going to be? I don't know.
I think it's going to be Roman and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania.
I could see that.
And
that would be a hell of a match.
I could see that too.
And to make it interesting, they should make it a number one contenders match.
Man!
I could write this stuff.
You could write
it a number one.
Write itself.
Make it a number one contenders match, and it would be one of the base matches of the night.
It would.
And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if Drew won.
I would not be mad.
I would want Roman to win, but I wouldn't be mad if Drew wins.
Either way, that would be one hell of a match.
Exactly.
It would be one heck of a match. To see, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go back to the match. And I don't know if you guys have a favorite part of the match, but just seeing Roman hit the drive-by was freaking awesome.
Great.
It was like he didn't lose a beat at all. Nope. From the hair flick to his legs going up, and boom. Awesome. Yeah.
All in all, it was a great pay-per-view. I think this definitely sets up a lot for WrestleMania. And of course, we're going to have coverage because this is
Mike on the Mic.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a lot more coverage actually through our blog and our website. Henry, great to have you back on the camera.
Thank you guys for having me.
He is back for good.
Absolutely.
Yes, so we will have WrestleMania coverage and we'll have a post WrestleMania show. Again, like I said, we're gonna fill the website up with a lot of articles. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So whether you're watching on thisislitTube.com or YouTube, stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll be back.
Subscribe, people.
Thanks for watching. I'll be back on the mic hopefully within the next week with more wrestling news.
Take care.
All right.
I've been watching wrestling 20 years. Because I started watching when I was like 9. And fuck you.
I've been watching it since
See how much you go learn in 2 decades.